Hello and welcome. I'm here today to talk about the stories of collaboration with great partnerships. And I'm here joined with Shane Smith from Pitchflix, who has a great partnership with Tech London Advocates and Global Tech Advocates to bring to life the stories that we've had with Pitchflix and the great collaboration. So why are we here today? And is to talk about Pitchflix, but we're also here to talk about Global Tech Advocates. And what is Global Tech Advocates? Well, we are a 40,000 strong volunteer-led organisation, tech ecosystem build, and it's private, but we are working across the globe. So we have within the UK about 20 different working groups that are around sectors and thematic focus. And then we also have 60 different locations across the globe in all the different continents. So North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. What we're all about is really making sure that the tech founders and any other stakeholders who want to be able to enter into the tech ecosystem can do that in a very inclusive manner and also seamlessly navigate across their tech ecosystem so that everyone can grow together. As part of that, we've set up last year a Global Tech Advocates Launchpad. So if you put that into your search in browser, Global Tech Advocates Launchpad or GTA Launchpad, you'll be able to find a platform where we are able to allow anyone to freely connect with those 60 locations in their own way. So it's a self-service tool, and it allows you to be able to understand who's there, boots on the ground, that can help you understand the local markets, but also have an instant network. So it's so helpful for founders who are looking to internationalize. And I'm Tracey Rob Perera. I helped set up the Global Tech Advocate Launchpad, and I work with Russ, the founder of both Global Tech Advocates and Tech London Advocates. I'm the part-time head of corporate development and community, so I work with companies like Pitchflix who partner with us, but also work across all the different community leads. So that's in the UK, but also across the globe. Because the key thing here is to help them collaborate together and help them to be able to share knowledge and also work with the sponsors and partners. I also, outside Tech London Advocates, work as a fractional tech chief finance and operations officer to help businesses grow and navigate through scale. So thank you so much, Shane, for joining me today.
My pleasure.
And it's really great to talk about Pitchflix. So I'd love to find out your founding story. How did it all begin, and why did you start it in the first place?
Yeah, great question. Well, Pitchflix arose out of a format that we were hosting from some small studios in Shoreditch pre-COVID, where we would invite 3 or 4 VCs to come into the studio, 3 or 4 founders to come in, and the VCs would interview the founders live on air so that the rest of the investment community could tune in and listen to the intelligence that was coming out of those interviews. What we figured out, though, after a period of hosting that format, is that we really had 2 very distinct audiences. One audience was keen to tune in really for entertainment. It was a sort of Dragon's Den vibe going on. And the other half of the audience was there for serious investment in research. We figured out that we could probably do better for both audiences by splitting the format into 2 distinct formats. Pitchflix became the format for the serious investors, the ones who were keen to tune in and listen to founders talking about their ideas and being interrogated on those ideas
in a nice, inclusive way,
in the nicest possible way. And the other part of the format we would shape into an entertainment format, which would, as our thinking went at the time, which would go onto a terrestrial broadcast in the UK. Then came COVID, and we had to decide which one of those directions we were really going to focus upon. And we chose the Pitchflix format, where we would bring founders into our new abode at level 39 here, where we're having this chat today, and we would be able to bring a larger audience, a larger physical audience, to participate in that in that format. So Pitchflix was born out of a predecessor format, and further down the line, we'll add back the entertainment format, which we're doing some work on the side at the moment, and that will reappear sometime probably in the early part of next year.
Excellent, that's good to hear. So Pitchflix, we find you on pitchflix.tv, on the search engine. So that's really important to know. So it is like a place to go to get your deal flow if you're an investor?
Yeah, so if you're an investor, you can find deal flow.
Yeah.
And the other important piece of the puzzle that we've created is where investors are reverse pitching to founders. So we have both of those are available on the platform. So if you're a founder, you can upload your pitch video onto the platform, or if you're an accelerator community manager, you can invite us along to live stream and record the pitches, and they then live on the platform for investors to discover. If you're a VC, you can come to one of our physical events at Level 39, and you can present your fund to usually a full house of 200 founders at seed to Series A who want to hear what the fund's proposition is.
And that, for me, I think is the best part of it, because I love hearing the investors being on stage and having the kind of flip between seeing the founders on stage, where sometimes
flipping the script.
They're in a bit of a situation where they realise how nervous it can be, right? And that they're put on the spot to be able to differentiate their USP in terms of their fund. So
exactly right.
I think that's so important. It also brings out the point that founders have to due diligence their investors as well, right? So
it's really important. I mean, there are a lot of investor lists flying around, which just give you the name, how much they invest, the ticket size, and so on, and their contact details. Doesn't tell you anything about the fund or the personalities behind the fund, the people actually running it. And the bottom line is, these are people who you're going to be married to for 5 or 10 years when you take their
breathing
investment.
down your neck.
So you'd better understand who you're talking to.
Yeah, which is really important. So I wanted to understand then, how does Global Tech Advocates and Pitchflix collaborate? How have you been able to make that work and see that being helpful for you, Pitchflix?
So the collaboration goes further back than the current business. I think I met Russ in 2014, shortly after the launch of London Tech Advocates. Russ was speaking at an event in King's Cross, I think, and listening to him and listening to the London Tech Advocates proposition, it was one of those innovations that you think, yep, why didn't that exist before? Yeah, it's completely obvious, completely great idea. Took somebody like Russ to do it and make it happen, and he has made it happen in abundance now with 40,000 members around the world. So that's when I first started to participate in TLA events, to just generally network with TLA. I think the first probably major result of that was participating in a mission to China in around 2016, 2017. But more recently, with the launch of Pitchflix and participating in London Tech Week, which is a key London Tech Advocates initiative, I met with other chapters, in particular Tech West England Advocates, at an event that they were organising, a fringe event, and as part of that met with teams from Hong Kong who were attending, and collectively we decided that we would take our reverse pitch format to Hong Kong as the first out of London, or the first international episode of reverse pitch Rev. So that happened in late 2023 as part of the Tech West England Advocates mission to Hong Kong, in collaboration with Invest Hong Kong, the inward investment agency. Yes. And that was the start of a very structured collaboration with one of the Tech London Advocates or Global Tech Advocates chapters. And
he said that Russ had compared that.
Yeah. Russ stepped in as very adept MC at that event, asking himself lots of searching questions to the investors that were pitching, and just generally getting the audience on their feet and excited about it.
And participating. Oh, that's good to hear. So that was the one that I spoke at then last year. So
that's right. Yes, that was. So I think you spoke at episode 3, and we're currently, as this has turned into an episodic format in Hong Kong, we're currently planning for episode 5 in May.
Okay, great. And what other stories have you had that we could bring to life around how you've used the power of Global Tech Advocates and the community to help you internationalise as a founder. So
well, yeah, I mean,
Hong Kong was one place.
Yeah,
but there's others, isn't
exactly right. I mean, this is a network effect.
Yeah.
When you get going, when you actually do something, you don't sit around thinking about it, when you actually do it. That creates waves. So when we kicked off in Hong Kong, the Tech Singapore Advocates chapter heard about us and thought that would transport well to the Singapore ecosystem. So we kicked off episode 1 in Singapore last year.
So you worked with Leslie Sharma,
Leslie and Nikki working on our launch there with great support from the local one of the local government organisations, JTC. And once Singapore had launched, Thailand got word of what we were doing. So Tech Thailand Advocates, in the form of TechSource, the local incumbent tech media business, wanted to partner with us. So we launched our first episode in Bangkok week before last, as part of a 2-day investment conference with the British Embassy, and introduced by Matt Weston, who's the UK trade envoy to Southeast Asia. And as part of the planning for that, Tech Vietnam Advocates got wind of what we were doing. And we've therefore got our first episode coming up week after next in Ho Chi Minh City, where again we're collaborating with the Ho Chi Minh Consulate and the Bangkok Embassy to launch that episode in Ho Chi Minh.
So that's what's coming up next.
That's coming up next.
That's all coming under Leslie's guys, because she looks after South Asia for tech.
Correct. Leslie's the regional ambassador or lead for the region.
Excellent. I know you've done also in India, and that you've had the Tech India Advocates amplifying voice for you there.
Exactly. So that didn't initiate as a GTA event, but Tech India Advocates participated very vocally and amplified the message out to audiences in Mohali and Hyderabad. And will be helping us also with episodes coming up in Bangalore and Mumbai.
Excellent. So you've given us a little view as to what's going to happen in the future. So where's Pitchflix headed? You said that it was something you're going to launch next year. What else can you tell us that would be useful to?
So formats like Dragon's Den have been around for a while. The common frustration on the audience side is that all you can do is shout at the television when the dragons either make
annoying comments
or bad decisions, either one way or another. They're investing when they shouldn't, or they shouldn't be investing when they should. So we're working on a format with a major terrestrial broadcaster, which will have a significant element of audience participation.
Oh, that's interesting.
And that will be something, again, feeding the entertainment element of our format rather than the serious investing part of it. But it will be enormous fun.
Okay, can't wait for that. It'd be great to get involved. So I just wanted to hear also about how you know that we've now launched the Global Tech Advocate Launchpad that allows for everyone to seamlessly navigate across the ecosystem to find the contacts and boots on the ground, and also to just do their research, which countries that they feel like they want to internationalise into. How would you feel the Launchpad could help you going forward, and also others that might be thinking of trying to navigate through that?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, the two sort of fingers on the pulse of GTA, of course, are you and Russ. So whenever anybody wants to explore, research, expand into other regions, in order to find the contacts, in order to navigate through the available resources for that region, it would always have to be a conversation with you or us. That's not scalable. That has to be made, if you like, sort of open source, much more available to the rest of the community, in order that the community can properly leverage all that huge network intelligence that exists. So creating a self-service platform to deliver deliver that is a very smart move, the right way to go.
Thank you. Hopefully we can continue to help that grow, because Russ is on a mission to grow into more locations. As you know, we've got a lot coming up. So I just wondered whether there's any advice you could give to anyone who's trying to enter into Global Tech Advocates, Tech London Advocates, also was trying to enter into the tech ecosystem and is probably coming up with barriers. Also for founders who want to internationalize, what advice would you give to them to navigate within using the Launchpad, but also navigate within Global Tech Advocates?
Well, the overarching principle of GTA is reciprocity. This is a symbiotic environment where you're going to get a lot out of it if you put a lot into it. Actually, you're going to get a lot out of it if you put just a little into it, if the truth is told. So anybody who's coming to it with a mindset of just using it as taking, probably not the right attitude. There's no financial transaction involved. There's no membership fees or subscriptions. So the reciprocity here has to be helping deliver the GTA mission, in addition to your own individual objectives and motivations.
Yes, it's definitely about helping everyone grow together.
Exactly.
And making sure we're inclusive, so that we're not putting up the barriers, we're stopping the barriers and breaking them down and helping everyone work not in silos but collaborating.
Exactly, reducing friction.
Exactly. Hence, the partnerships that we have are so important, and we know that everyone can grow well when they've got great partnerships. So hopefully everyone listening today will be able to gain from hearing your great story, Shane. So thank you for sharing. And a massive thank you to Elsid, who's videoing this, courtesy of Pitchflix. So thank you.